Okay, so this the type of rhyme that'll make you use your mind. Try not to lose your mind in spectacular design. There's a reason why I do this. Trying to start a movement. You miss one step and you'll be clueless. Thoughts that you don't know what to do with. It's not a race, but if it was, I'm winning by a shoe-in. They salty cause they don't know how I do it. Confident, and I'm about to prove it. Screw it, I'm about to take a bite and chew it. My mind's in the
Welcome. It is I, he is I, and I am him, Black Bat with the branded Timbs. It is I, Mac Manz. That's right. The boy is in the building. The applause, the cheer. This is a big weekend, so I decided to do some big things on this weekend. Tonight, I will be announcing the 2 winners for my first ever $50 gift card giveaway. Now, I will let you know I have been saying I do have a lot of followers overseas. So how we'll go about doing that, I'll explain this before we even get going. I'm going to go ahead and explain. If you are an overseas fan of mine and I do decide to do transactions with you as far as like when you win the contest, because I'm kind of sketchy on some situations here. I'm just checking some things out. I will be doing it through PayPal. And so it'll probably be a virtual gift card. But anyone in the United States, you'll be actually receiving a gift card in the mail. So I will do it that way. But if you are an overseas fan, it'll be a virtual gift card through PayPal. So that way, everything is kosher and on up and up. So we're doing it like that. So applause for that. You guys, it is a very big weekend. First one to send shouts out. First shout out to NSR, Natural State Wrestling. My boy Sleazy. Send a shout out to him. Applause for what he's doing. This is his, I want to say, second or third event under the Natural State Wrestling flag. He's doing some things, so I enjoy working with him. So doing that tomorrow, the Mosquito Festival in McCory, Arkansas. That's right, 1 p.m., Natural State Wrestling. A couple of matches got cut on set. I think it's 8-match card. Should be pretty good. Starts at 1 p.m. I think it's across the street from the Carnival in that vicinity. Then later on that night, tomorrow night, Tuckerman, Arkansas, the Valiant Arena, MACW, ASWFA, All-Stars, MACW, All-Stars. You guys got to come out and see it. Action Jackson and Bradley's going at it, I think it is. No disqualification match. So that's right. Mandarin Bradley and Action Jackson. You got my boys, Black Diamond Enterprise, the Samoan Juggernaut of Tour, the first General Black Diamond Enterprises, Buick Bishop, against the Modern Day Monsters. Man, that's going to be a banger. Nice one's going to be a banger. Then you have, I think it's Rocket, KJ Rocket. I think that's her name. And you got her in a nice match that evening. So it's going to be pretty good. I want everybody should come out. It's going to be the tag team champions defending their titles. Y'all got to come out. I think it's Allie. I think that's who's Rocket's wrestling, Allie. But you guys got to come out, man. It's going to be a nice event. All right, I see my fans out there. All right, I'm hoping I'm saying this right. For Blythe, Maine, you get a gunshot salute. All right, I see you. And I want to say is at Manzano. You get a gunshot salute. See you guys, man. I see you. Oh, I'm doing all right, K-Dale. I'm doing all right. All right, K-Dale, gunshot salute. Okay, now, today's subject, man, is I think it's something that needs to be talked about. Now, I know everybody's tired of hearing the rhetoric of this conversation, but I'm literally actually breaking this down the way I see it. So this is any of this commentary you get, it's coming from me. This is my opinion. Like I said, I do barbershop talk. I'm like the uncle. I'm like the uncle that like to talk and might know something. So you jump in the conversation. I'm one of them type of uncles. That's how I get down. So anything I'm saying is my own personal opinion. I will preface anything I say, but now I'm about to go in. So up the bat right now, we got this big, beautiful bill. A lot of y'all was upset about it because it's doing this to you. Yeah, it's a lot of hate out here. And I I'll break it down the way I want to break it down. I'm gonna tell you what I really see, and I'm gonna hit on the point because it was one point in time where I needed help like that too. Everybody needs help every now and then. And when I needed help, those programs were there. Did I use them? Yes, I did. I was a single father. I did use those programs, but I never took advantage of those programs because once I used it to get where I had to go, it helped me to develop my positivity in myself. I use that program as a step to elevate myself. And in that process, I showed my kids how to get out of. It was a lesson for them too, because they learned how to get out of trials and tribulations, how to get out of situations that where most people would have just shut you down. You'd have gave up on life. I never did that. All right, I see you. Is it Kayla Grant? I'm gonna give you on this show. That's how we get down. Gunshot salute. There you go. Gunshot salute to you. Right now, I'm speaking on a big, beautiful bill and the repercussions of it, the recoil. You know what I'm saying? The clap back from everybody. It's a lot of people out here that has been using that system and they've been abusing it very badly. I've always told people I'm in the middle. I'm one of the people that I make too much money to get anything from the system, but I don't make enough money to cover to carry the insurance from the place I'm employed at because they eat my check up. So for me, this subject hits a little bit different than most. I was that person that was in the situation where I didn't have anything. I was raising kids by myself, staying with my aunties and maybe an uncle here and there in their basement or something with my kids. It was hard for me to do anything. I was basically homeless, but I still worked. I used the program to get a place. I used the program to put food on the table, but I was still working. And then when I got that, I got a job and work. I had to report my stuff. So once I started reporting, I was making more than what, the program started cutting off for me. And I wasn't mad about that because if you've been through my situation, if you've been through the situation I've been through and you didn't have anything and you worked and worked and worked and you never let go of your kids, you kept going and kept working no matter what was in front of you. There was days I didn't think I was going to make it. I just kept working and working and working. And I used that program for what it's for. To supplement until I can get myself back on my feet. Matter of fact, the word supplement is in one of them words, if I ain't mistaken, snap or something. I don't know, but that's the thing. It's like we get people out here that get on them programs and don't elevate themselves. And then when you comment on it, you get the clap back like you jealous or you mad. Nah, I was on them programs before. But I made it out of it. I made it out of it. I was in there, but I made it out of them programs. I made it out. Because I used what they were for, and once I used it, that was that. I wanted to make sure that if I was getting any assistance from anywhere, that's exactly what it was going to be. It was going to be assistance, not a place for me just to lay up and lounge on. It was going to be something for me to assist myself to make something and get better because I had nothing. So I was taking the assistance. But once I started to elevate myself, I didn't need the assistance any longer. And now I'm in a state where I don't need it. And I don't down anybody for having it. But I think there needs to be a crackdown on it because there's young people out here, like you got young mothers that had a child, graduated high school, working a job and can't afford to pay. They come right out paying rent like $900, $1,100, $1,300. And they young and they can't afford it all the time. So them programs should help benefit them. Give them a couple of years in that program. Give them 3 years in that program. Let them get themselves together, get their money up, and then as they do what they got to do, they become more self-sufficient. Then they don't need the program. That's what I think. Yeah, and I'd like your comment, KG. KG just made a comment, and I'm gonna state it here about there's people like going to jail for the identity fraud because they was, getting them food stamps and stuff. And that's the thing. I think the programs became so accessible and such an easy way to maintain whatever you were gonna do. If you didn't want to go to work and you met the minimum, when I was on the program, the minimum was you had to at least do 20 hours a week looking for a job. I don't know. Can somebody tell me if that's still the same? I don't know. You had to give in 20 hours a week looking for jobs. If you didn't have a job, you had to do 20 hours a week for a job. Now, if you rode the bus or you drove, they would give you a little stipend for that. Like for gas and stuff. You got to report it. Even if you didn't have no job, you had to get them 20 hours in a week looking for a job. And you kept your funding. But eventually you got a job, you had to get pushed off of it. But there's regulations and guidelines, and some people coast that. And then today was a guy I listened to that was telling a stat. He said that it was 55 to 60%, if I ain't mistaken, of them people on Section 8 and low-income housing, none of them houses people work in. They do the bare minimum to keep the funds. And I ain't trying to be funny, like I said, because this is my comment to nobody else. You don't have to think the way I think. I'm not saying nothing bad about the system or the program. But for the fact you can get the system is an issue. But then, let's keep it real. They kind of make it kind of messed up too. And this is where it's going to get crazy. Because think about it. When the mothers get them benefits, there's certain guidelines they got to follow. So I'm going to just play devil. I'm just going to play the advocate on this one. Just keep it real. If you knew you had to maintain a certain amount, if they gave you the minimum rules to maintain, to keep them services, and you had them, are you going to give them up? See, that there is the temptation a lot of them are facing. I ain't saying they're right. They're not. I'm not saying they're right, but that's the temptation. Because you can fall, because a mother can get low housing and keep low housing as long as you don't have somebody extra in your house and you keep your level of money where it's at, you can pay this much for rent. Now, if you make this much more dollars, report to us and we might raise it. Some of them people they got comfortable and don't want that to change. And that's regular basic human nature. You can't be mad about that. You can't. That's their thought process. Each man is free to have their own thought process. But the way they doing it is wild. Because there's people, like we have elderly people on the street right now. Veterans on the street, elderly people that's paying high rent and all they Social Security and stuff that they've, worked for and stuff during their life, or disability because they're disabled. Most of that goes onto their rent. And they get on these lists and these vouchers. They have buildings for older people, like living places like that. But sometimes it'd be hard to get in them. But then just think about if we had that section available for veterans who was old and couldn't move around, or if we had it for older senior citizens who was getting them disability checks and then worked their whole life up and ain't got nothing. You know the type of people I'm talking about. You know some of those people. Go to your local city right now. Seriously. And go along certain areas and certain streets and tell me how many homeless people you see. Y'all, I speak about what I know because who I am. I don't speak on nothing I don't know about. I know about being on them programs. I know about being from the hood on them programs. And I know some people's mentality. I'm not saying everybody's mentality, but I know some people's mentality. There was another sister today on the line. She was online today giving a speech. And she was breaking down statistics, and she was talking about the area she was from. And she said in the area she was from, they got the mentality that they didn't really care about moving out of low housing or getting off any type of aid. Because it's like, why do that? Then we'll have to get up and it'll just make life harder for us. Because I really don't want to work. And that's the thing. It's like, she know them. She's from that area. She talked to these people every day. But she had people hating on her. But it's like, it's the truth. Some people get caught on these systems that are meant for assistance, and they use it like it's part of a generational wealth or something. And I ain't say no color or none of that. So for all y'all that think that, I ain't say that. Because poverty and them systems and programs, I told y'all, that's not about race. That's about economics. That's about economics. and society and where it ranks, where you rank in it. That's what that's about. So being poor is being poor. You know, and it's something that's horrible to have to deal with. I've been there. I know I've never been the poorest person, but I've been poor before. And with that being said, I had to use them programs, but when I got to the point I didn't need them no more, I got off of them. So for all y'all mad out here, like I said, I ain't never been no Trump fan. But for all y'all here mad about this part of the bill, all the other stuff that's involved in, y'all not focusing on that, or they're not showing it. Y'all more focused about these food stamps and these checks, man. Y'all need to really stop tripping, for real. All y'all. That's how I feel. I'm going to keep 100. Because this is the part that irritates me the most. The program is flawed. You might not be abusing it. And if you're not abusing it, you're using it what it's supposed to be used. A mother with 3 kids, work 2 jobs. She makes just barely enough to pay her bills. But she pays her bills. And she got to spend cash on food, don't make enough money for that. Boom, that's a food stamp candidate right there. That's a SNAP benefit candidate. Because she working and she need help for her kids. So them stamps will supplement what she needs to help her household out. That's what I think. That's just me. You got a guy out here. There's a lot of single fathers. Single father, 1 kid, working a full-time and a part-time. Yeah, he deserve it. He paying for daycare and everything else. He ain't asked for no help out of his own pocket. Yeah, he deserves it. But instead, you got people, and they had an argument about it shouldn't be a problem because I brought crab legs and stuff with my stamps. I buy sugary snacks and drinks. I don't care what you buy with your stuff. I'm gonna keep it real. I just don't care. It's one of the dumbest subjects to me. But if I had to make a call on it, if you getting them type of benefits, you should be buying nurturing food or stuff that'll last in your household for a while instead of buying cash. And then, y'all, these folks on social media makes me so sick sometimes. These folks on social media showing shopping hauls, literal snack, grocery, EBT SNAP card hauls, literally. They literally showing hauls, making memes of it, making reels of it. They're literally doing this on social media. And they thinking it's funny, just laughing and giggling, just laughing and giggling. Yeah, it is. Our society messed up. We need to tell them programs to help people that need them so that they have them. I believe we need to do some don't get me started with child support. That whole system need to be revamped. It need to be revamped. I'm sorry who get mad about me saying it. They had to revamp the whole program. As a father who was supposed to receive and who paid out, it was one point in time where I was only getting, I'd say it, $50, and I had 2 kids. Well, then 3. But I had to pay someone for 1 child $620 a month. $627 a month is what I paid for 1 child. Because of the way things were set up, because of they take into account the mother's income. But as a man, I'm gonna tell any man out here listening to me, please listen to me on this and hear me. I think we've all felt it. And excuse me if you heard that burp, I apologize. I think we all have felt this. Is it just me, or when you have to take care of more than 1 kid, your income needs go up anyway? So if you taking care of my child plus another child that's not mine, but but that means you need more income to take care of these children. So then what happens is the scale changes for me because I gotta be the supplementary person to your income. So whatever I make, they take into account whatever you make. That's why I always thought the system was flawed. If you've ever been with a woman who has more than one child, this is just me. I ain't saying this for everybody. This is why I think the system is flawed, because I don't mind giving my child anything. When she got that money, like I told her mom, she had whatever she wanted. I didn't care. That wasn't the problem with me. The problem was, I think sometimes they mess that system up and you pay for other stuff that you shouldn't be paying for. And I don't mean paying for others. How do I say it? It's almost like a vengeance fee. Can I say that? A vengeance fee? Like, because you a man, boom, here to add this little extra. That's just how I feel. I know I'm wrong. Some people are going to be upset with me. I apologize, but that's just how I feel. I'm going to keep it real with you. Yeah, okay. I had to stop and breathe for a minute because KG is sending me comments here, and the stuff he is saying is like really amazing. Uh, and I wish, and he's right. I wish society would do better. Like he said, you might find somebody doing a giveaway, picking people to buy groceries for. That type of stuff, it shows there's still a little bit of good morale. If you listen, watch my show, that's one thing I've always, over my podcast, over this one, the last one I had, the last sip I did for 3 seasons, I always spoke about the morality of humanity. That was always one of my biggest things, because I think that's when, if we fix that, we can fix a lot of problems. The morality. If you got morals on a moral standard, a moral compass, there's some things you will not do. There's some things you will not feel right doing. We all have it. We all have it. We all have it. I'm going to tell you right now, we all have it. Have you ever did something and then later thought about what you did and felt it so bad that you just in your soul, you just knew you had to find a way to make it up or apologize to that person? Even if you never meant to doing it or told them you did it, you went back and did something extra nice for them because your conscience. See, that's what I'm saying. That means your compass for morality and just being an outright good person is still working. That's all that is. And I think a lot of people have lost that. That's why they take advantage of these programs. That's why they do things like this and act all funny with it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's very irritating. And like I said, I didn't mean to go into a big spiel about it, but it's real. It's 100% real. And sometimes it ain't just the people. Sometimes the system got to change itself because it makes it easy to be taken advantage of. You can't get mad at nobody for taking advantage of you if you let them. You've always been told that as a kid. What is it? Got me once, shame on you. Got me once, shame on me. Something like that. I can't remember. But the 3 times is something like, yeah. It's like, and people don't seem to get that. If you change the way if you change your attitude towards humanity or towards anybody, change the way you think, change the way you say your affirmations, change the way you talk to people, change the way you treat people. Just have some moral standards. We don't have that no more in society at all. There is no more moral standards at all. There's none. The veil has just completely been ripped off. Y'all know how much garbage I see on social media. It's like I said, that I don't watch TV. I do streaming services. YouTube. That's my place for everything. If I miss something, I go to YouTube. Yes, I have streaming services. That's more for my family. I don't do that. I usually just do YouTube all day. That's it. I'm a YouTube head. That's all I do, YouTube all day. And so I don't watch television. So when YouTube has something, I don't have to look at it. I can just pass it. Y'all know how much of that stuff I pass on a daily basis? Because how lewd it is, how rude, disrespectful, the stuff people doing now and getting away with, and then how much stuff we allowing. All this is wrapped in a big ball. I'm coming off of what I said about the system, and I'm coming off of what I said about how we abuse it. Now it's kind of a third. I told you it's like there's always 3 things to how I do it. I talked about us abusing. I talked about how they make it easy to abuse. Now I'm talking about the morality that it takes to do this type of stuff. And it all comes into a big ball because it affects everything else too. Your morality is bad. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be the coolest dude on the block. I'm just here to be as real as I can be. I try not to offend anybody, but I try to still speak my mind because that's why I love having my own show, my own podcast. Because when I go into a public forum, there's certain decorum you got to have, certain things you're not allowed to talk about, some things you shouldn't be talking about, certain things that are forbidden to speak on. But when you do this, I'm in my spot, the M spot, the best spot, the only spot. And I'm just chilling so I can say what I want to say. Nobody interrupt me. My conversation's with you. If you choose to, you can hit me back by calling 510-259-6788 and let me know your opinion on what I said. Or, you can leave in leave in the comments like, yeah, I have some homeless. Yes, I'm reading KJ's comments here. I've had this homeless woman outside the gas station, and it was hot outside. I gave her $20, and she started crying and gave me a hug. When I got home, I had thought about it. I should have brought her some food and let her keep the 20. That was a month ago, and I'm still thinking about that. Yeah, but the thing is, you did a good deed. I'm gonna give you a applause for that, bro. Cheer. That's good. That's good, KG. A lot of people sleep on that type of stuff. That still means something. To me, it still means something. I'm gonna compare it to some of y'all. Please don't get upset when I say this. For people that don't go to church, or people that believe in God and don't make that movement every Sunday, and you're supposed to pay 10%. Now, to me, I've always believed that when you help people out, you're still doing the calling, still doing the work, because you literally is taking that percentage and you giving it to somebody and you seeing them need it. You seeing them out there hungry and not having, you giving it to them. Y'all, to me, that means something. That means something to me. It do. That all has to do with morality. It's been many times I used to do that. And there's been a lot of people that do that still to this day, where they see people out there that they know maybe ain't right, you know what I'm saying? And you'll pass them up, but then we'll send millions of dollars to other places to help other people. But then, you got people that out here that need it too. Okay, is that Dumlau? I see you. That's one of my overseas followers. Man, much love. Gunshot salute. But the subject at hand, we talking about morality now. It came from the big, and I call this conversation the big, beautiful Bill Blues, because that conversation about people abusing goes to all this into a big circle. Just why do people be so narrow-minded and just shut conversation off about anything? Because they think they know what they know about it and think that when they say what they say, that's the only thing that matters. No. Stop being so narrow-minded and tunnel vision. All this is together. It's all a big thing together. Because your morality is bad. That's why you get mad. That's why you get so hot when people call you out about these programs. Because the morality is bad. You don't have no moral compass. You don't feel bad about nothing that's going on. Although you know you're wrong. Use it for the right thing, right way. We got young moms out here can't get on the program that need it, and they working jobs and paying over their head in rent and can't get food stamps. I seen one girl, she got 7 kids out. Well, I know that's a lot of kids. When I said it, when it came out of my mouth, I thought about, oh, Lord. 7 kids, she don't get no government assistance, and her house is full of food. But she works. She do 2 or 3 jobs. And I'm sure she probably got a man, to help her out, you know what I'm saying? But the fact is, it's the fact that she ain't depend on that system. Then there's people I seen, just you're mad because you can't get them. And man, like I said, I was in those programs. I'm not mad about that. Stop abusing it. Have better moral standards. That's why the kids is acting the way they're acting right now. Because we do stuff in a cycle over and over again, And during that cycle, we don't use no moral standards. And so our kids pick that cycle up, do the same thing we did, and use the same moral standards. That's the issue. And I think that it's fixable. Like I said, today I'm not going to keep you long because I know everybody's watching to see who the winners are going to be. But it's fixable. And the thing about it being fixable is we got to take time, call it out. That's the thing. People get salty, but sometimes you got to call it out. We got to call it out. And when you call it out, let people know you ain't there to call out for hurt. You're really trying to just let them know, look, you can do better than this. It is what it is. Some people you're not going to be able to talk to because they're going to say you mad and ticked off about it. You need to be dealing with the people you love. That's cool. That's the thing, too, about this subject. If it's somebody you don't know, stay out of their business. Stay out of their business. If it's somebody you don't know, stay out their business. That's the problem. Stay out their business. Let them do them. Let them do them. But as far as people you know something ain't right about them, and another reason too to protect them, they giving these people jail time for this. For real. They really getting them jail time. They popping the taxes. Y'all, I was one of the people that got the extra unemployment. I went out there, I told you I ain't perfect, but I went out there doing it like that. That's not what happened. I was working for a company, and when you do the work, it's called, if you ever did any marketing, this when you go in these stores and you do little side projects. You might have to travel a little bit in your car. So if there is no punch in, punch out, you're using your cell phone. So it ain't telling you hours, it's telling you minutes and part minutes, like 11.3 or 11.6. So they at the time they was doing this, you was able to claim and get your unemployment. But when you was getting unemployment, they was giving that bonus out on top of it. So when I was reporting my stuff, it might have been off hours here or there because the way we report it, we got to put in the time, but then if it don't get in a certain time, it don't count for that day and you have to move it to the next day, but then you can only have 13 hours in a day. If you ever did a marketing job, trust it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, how this works. It ain't no marketing job, you got no desk, it's a marketing job, you going into the store doing displays and stuff. So that's how that is. So anyway, so I'm still applying for my stuff. Well, I got to the point where I stopped working and was getting it, then went back to work for the same people. And I think it was like, I called and said, look, I don't want to get no more because I started feeling bad about getting it. Well, long story short, they went back and every little 0.1, 0.3, 0.7, 0.10, 0.8, every little whatever it was, they added all them up. Yeah, it's for over like a year. They added every last one of them up. And when they got them back, because remember that's during COVID, because my job had shut down. I still was doing the jobs. A lot of people weren't doing them no more because they were scared to go in the stores. I still was doing them. I worked all through. I'm proud to say that I worked all through COVID. I'm built different. I'm built different. My morals is where they're supposed to be at. I had to take care of my family. So, I mean, did what I had to do as far as what they recommended to do, but I still went and did the jobs. So, yeah, but, so I went ahead and, they was giving all extra. And then, so I decided to take some days off and still try to claim. Yep. They killed me with that. I got my taxes. Them suckers took every last dollar I owed them. They took it back. Every last, but I was feeling like, every last dollar. They did not play. It wasn't a whole lot, but it wasn't a whole little neither. So I got murdered up. I got murdered up. I sure did. I got hurt bad. And it was not funny how it happened. I got beat up. Yeah, just, yeah. But now I learned my lesson and I understand, like I said, and during that time I felt the bad because I wasn't using my moral compass. And then when I finally did, it was what it was. So, okay, y'all, I know what y'all been here for. Let's get the hand clap on. And the cheer. I just wanted to get that out. Thank y'all for watching and subscribing. I'm going to start putting up more wrestling content, more of my comedy content, because I got some comedy stuff too. So I'm gonna do a little bit more different content inside the podcast. But my podcast from here on out, I think I am going to start giving back to the public. So this ain't just a one-time thing that we got going on. That's what I said. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the announcements going on. First ding for the first announcement. So how I decided to do this contest was this. So tonight I'm going to draw two $50 winners. Now, what I would do is in another 2 weeks, I would draw another two $50 winners. So because you don't win tonight, don't worry about it. Keep on. Also, too, please do me a big favor. For all y'all that are out here watching and following, I'm trying to make the channel bigger and better. Always, constantly. I'm going to put up more content on wrestling. I have more. See, this M spot is my personal way to vent. And I ask for people to speak back because I actually want your opinion. I don't want people to do that just run his mouth and don't have nobody firing back. Because it just needs to be, everybody needs a place where they can just go and talk. That's all this is. I don't care who listens. I don't care who likes it. I just ask people to tune in because I might say something that you've been wanting to say yourself and can't get it out. Okay, so we'll have two winners tonight. Then there'll be two more winners drawn on the, what is that? Not Friday coming up, but the Friday after. There'll be two more $50 drawers. So listen, if you do not win tonight, please don't feel sad. Because I'll be honest, I appreciate everything you guys. Trust me, the giveaways will get sweeter. They're getting sweeter. So it's going to be $50 today, $50 next, not the Friday coming up, but the Friday after, $50 on that episode as well, two of them. Then the month at, then I think the next drawing would be 3 weeks or 4 weeks after that. It'll be 3 weeks after that. Yep, that's how I do it. So two tonight, two Fridays from now, two more. Then I'm gonna have a third drawing. That third drawing is going to be 3 weeks after the second drawing. That drawing is going to be for one $200 gift card. So that is what I was talking about there. Yeah, let's get the applause on. So that's where we're going with this. That's where we're going. So if your name is in the drawing, please don't give up. Just trust me. Like I said, for all my people that are overseas, we have to do transaction through PayPal. It will be a virtual gift card through PayPal. That's the only way I'm going to do it. I got to make sure I'm protecting myself, So we'll do it that way. Anybody else, or I don't know, maybe there is a virtual, like I'm thinking too, there's a virtual e-card that I can do too as well. I got to see, so I think I can go online and get an e-card, but we'll see. But for those in the United States, if you win, I will be sending you the gift card through mail, so you will be getting that. So like, here's the thing: I will, if your name is the name that is picked, what I'll do is in this comment on I don't know if you're my friend on Facebook or YouTube, but what I'll do is I'll put a post up on YouTube. So if you don't see the post pop up, you can literally go to the page itself and look up, like, just post. It says post. On Facebook, I will post the winner as well. So, you'll know. Also, after I post you, you'll get my email addresses there. You'll have to use my email. I will post that on Facebook, and I will post that on YouTube. My email address, that is the address to email me for your gift card. When you email me, I need to have your physical address. If you are doing it overseas, I'm gonna need we need to discuss about the PayPal account. because I feel secure doing it that way, or virtual e-card through email. I can do that too as well. If you're in the United States, please email me your name, your address. That's the only thing I need: name, address, and your preferred gift card. That's right, the destination for your gift card. So that's how that's going to work. Okay, well, it is time. I know y'all been waiting for it. Let's give a gunshot salute. I know y'all been waiting for it. So it is time. So I decided it was. I thought about it, and when I was doing the drawing, I was like, I'm thinking about how I can do this and make it where it's fair. Because I'm gonna tell you 100%, I have a lot of overseas followers, for real, and they was beating the board up. They was beating the board up. So, I forgot. I forgot. There were 3 winners tonight. I just thought about that. I got the extra gift card. And the winner for the extra gift card, gunshot salute, is KG. KG, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I need you to go ahead and I'm going to let me see here. KG, if you out there, man, go ahead, or ma'am or sir, please go ahead and make a comment again on Facebook. So that's KG. Get the first $50 gift card. Like I said, those will be issued out. I'm gonna try to get them out no later than Thursday, because Tuesday is the day I'm gonna make sure I gotta make sure everything is official. So like if you're overseas, I gotta make sure I got your stuff. If you're in the United States, make sure I got everything. That I have to go get the gift card and everything. So it'll be mailed out no later than Thursday to those United States. So I got you. So be looking out for that. You will know too, because I will let you know by email. It might be earlier than Thursday too. This depends, because my schedule's full this weekend. I got 2 wrestling events, and I'm going to handle everything. Make sure I'm checking the email tonight, but I'll make sure everything is copacetic on Tuesday, so I can get them together and mail them out. So KG is the first winner of the first $50 gift card. My email address, like I said, will be in the comments. Matter of fact, I wonder if I can write it up here now. I'm not sure if I can. If y'all can see me on Facebook, I'm going to go ahead and put the email up on there. If y'all can see the comments. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up there now. Okay, I put the email up there on Facebook, so you should be able to see it. That's up there. So for whoever, so KG, you got the first gift card. Please go ahead and make sure, man, you hit me up at my email with your info, so I can get that out to you. So that's the first one. Second gift card. The second gift card is going to Davenport, Iowa. Kimberly Lou, man, she has entered, like I said, she's always entered contests I've had for when I was doing supplements. Never been a winner on any of them, but she wins tonight. So Kimberly Lou, we got you. $50 gift card to wherever you wanted to. You hit me up. Let me know where you want it to go to. See the email address, hit it up. Like I said, just let me know. Go ahead, hit it up. Hit the put all your information in the email. And the last gift card, I'm going through so I can say this name right. Is that? Hold on. Okay, so the third gift card is going to Blythe, Maine. Blythe, Maine, congratulations. Blythe, Maine is one of my new followers. And I had to do the pause because I wanted to say that. I hope I said the name right. Blythe, Maine. Is that right? Correct? Blythe, Maine, hit my email. You're hoping, Blythe Main, you just won. What do you mean you're hoping? Yeah, I see the. I'm sorry. I see the. Oh my God. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. Yeah, yeah. You won. You've been following, and it was a hard choice because what I wanted to do is I literally wanted to have the two drawings, one for my U.S. fans and one for my overseas fans. Okay, so Blythe Main, we gotta keep 100% real. Let's make sure all your stuff is legit because I gotta make sure everything's Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I see you. I gotta make sure everything's legit. So, hey, and Dunla, the contest is like I said, it's not over. So it is not over. We got it coming up again. Not next Friday, but the Friday after. We're doing 2 more gift cards. The winners of tonight will not be in that drawing. So if you won tonight, you are not in the drawing for next Friday. For not next Friday, but the Friday after. But you will be in the drawing for the 200. So I will tell you that. Yeah. So I want to say that I said it right. Blythe Main. If I didn't, just let me know. I want to apologize. So all the winners, KG, who won our conversational interaction, $50 gift card. Kimberly Lou from Downport, Iowa, who won one of our $50 gift cards. And Blythe Main from the Philippines, who won a $50 gift card. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I hope you appreciate the show. Like, share, leave comments. Like I said, I'm going back to putting up reels. Check out my reels; they are hilarious. I got a lot of. I have a character I used to do called Uncle Jericho Joe. So please get into that. Also, please go back and watch Finna Break the Net, SATV, those episodes. It's my own spin on The Living Color. It was me doing a bunch of goofy stuff. I'm telling y'all I like it. Please go back through my channel and share these things. I've been doing this since 2012. And I've always just worked hard. My shirt pressing company, getting my professional wrestling career started as a manager, getting my business. I did all this from scratch. I was a dad that didn't have anything. I had nothing. I raised my kids. They're adults who are successful in society. And now I've came a ways, and now I'm doing my thing. So yeah, y'all, I can't believe my green screen did that to me. I apologize. Didn't even notice it, but it really don't matter. I'm trying the best I can to do the best I can. That's why I like helping people, do it for people. I don't like when people mistreat people or take advantage, because I love to help people. If they want to be helped, I help them. So this weekend, what we got, like I said, we got coming up, my schedule. Tomorrow morning, I get up, I got to go to McCrory, Arkansas, as Natural State Wrestling presents wrestling at the Mosquito Festival. 8 matches. Amazing. It's going to be off the chain. Sleazy, E, and he, am I, and I is him, Mac Manz, and Mr. Rollins at the commentary booth. That's right. We've been suspended from any type of action, but we'll be at the commentary booth. So also after that, the same day, later that night, the Mosquito Fest, 1 p.m. bell time. But later that night, MACW presents All Stars from the world famous Valiant Arena. That's right, Tuckerman, Arkansas. Y'all got to get out. Bell time at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. Man, y'all got to get there, man. Action Jackson and Bradley in a hardcore match. We got the tag team champions in the match. My boys, Black Diamond Enterprise, Atua, and Brandon Bishop versus the Monday Monsters. You got Ali versus Rocket. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice night. Gotta get out there. Hey man, come check us out. We're gonna be on fire. With that being said, I want to tell all y'all how much I respect you, how much I thank you all. Like I said, y'all keep being good to me. I'm gonna be good to y'all. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm not great at it, but I'm not a long shot. But I try the best I can to give you all I can, and that's the only thing I can do. So I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. Y'all, I'm going to have my Exploits of Wrestling coming on pretty soon, so y'all see what's going on with that. But I love every last one of y'all. I'm going to be checking my email tonight, and I will be giving back sending emails back out tomorrow morning. So congrats to all the winners. I'll see y'all next Friday.
Make you use your mind. Try not to lose your mind in spectacular design. There's a reason why I do this. Trying to start a movement. You miss one step and you'll be clueless. Thoughts that you don't know what to do with. It's not a race, but if it was, I'm winning by a shoe-in. They salty cause they don't know how I do it. Confident, and I'm about to prove it. Screw it, I'm about to take a bite and chew it. My mind's in the galaxy, came from gravity. Still create a masterpiece.